In all Southeast Asian countries, dwindling coastal marine resources coupled with pervasive overcapitalization in fishing efforts became a central issue among fisheries policy makers, and various efforts were made to alleviate the situation. The overexploitation and conflict on the use of natural resources in coastal zones by fishing communities often lead to the loss of access to and control over the fishery resources, further reducing fishery production and resource values. Considering that this problem needs to be addressed as a priority, SEAFDEC initiated a number of pilot projects aimed at achieving the sustainable use of coastal resources to support the livelihood of the communities. In 2001, with the adoption of Resolution and Plan of Action on Sustainable Fisheries for the Food Security in the Asian region, SEAFDEC Training Department and the Department of Fisheries in Thailand conducted a collaborative pilot project on coastal fishery resources management with the cooperation of local fishing communities and other stakeholders, community groups, and the local administrative authorities in Plateau District, Chumphon Province, under the auspice of Japanese Trust Fund. Thus, with the outcome of the implementation of this project, other SEAFDEC member countries expressed their interest to collaborate with the training department in implementing similar projects in their respective countries. As a result, the project on locally based coastal resources management was implemented in Pulau Langkawi, Malaysia, from August 2003. After having achieved tangible impacts from the two projects, similarly, an activity was also initiated in Sihanoukville, Cambodia, titled Integrated Coastal Resources Management in Sihanoukville for 3 years, starting in November 2005.
That, as we said, that's Cambodia, between Cambodia and then Malaysia and then Thailand, 3 countries, although they are Southeast Asian countries, but community situation quite different. But advantage is that they have already had a degree and sub-degree of community-based resources management, which are not existed in Thailand and Malaysia. So that means legal backgrounds already existed in Cambodia. So that is one of the advantages.
Sihanoukville, also known as Kampong Som, 230 kilometers from Phnom Penh, is a port city in southern Cambodia on the Gulf of Thailand. The city was founded in 1964 to be the only deep-water port in Cambodia, and its beaches are making it more popular as a tourist destination. Integrated Coastal Resources Management in Sihanoukville is herewith formulated within the collaborative project framework with SEAFDEC Training Department and Department of Fisheries Cambodia. The project operational area was defined to be the Tuk Ta commune of Prinop 2. The Department of Fisheries Cambodia has formulated a fisheries development action plan covering 4 years from 2005 to 2008 and conducting development activities consonant with this plan.
On behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fishery and the Fishery Administration of Cambodia, we would like to say thank you very much for the SEAFDEC that support the project Integrated Coastal Resource Management in Cambodia. And this is very important, it's very useful for us. After that we implement this project, that the Cambodian people are aware and understand and participate, we can say the participatory approach in the local community. And now our project seems to be the one model that the other fishery community come to visit us, and after they would like to share the experience with us.
This project aims to alleviate poverty in coastal communities, as poverty and insecure livelihood are one of the driving factors of unsustainable use of fishery and other coastal resources.
Of course, one major objective is that community-based resources management done by the fishermen's society or cooperative or fishermen's group. So first we organize the fishermen's group, then they then organize their resources. But still, management capacity and the fishermen level still low. So the second objectives, we have to develop their capacity, human capacity development, including institutional capacity. That institution means fishermen's cooperative or fishermen's group. They should be capable enough to manage the resources. The third one is alleviation poverty. Because if you don't have anything to eat tomorrow, they don't care about the national resources. So they have to improve their livelihood. In other words, they have to increase their income.
The project has been implemented to stimulate and encourage people's participation in coastal resource management and community development, which would contribute to the establishment of local community groups for the development and management of their own resources.
Our project conducts several activities. First, natural resources management. In this, we strengthen local law enforcement unit. In this activity, we found that illegal fishing have been reduced dramatically, and also mangrove encroachment have been cracked down.
In your area also have community, so you should.
The local management body could also promote the establishment of local businesses, creating job opportunities inside and outside of fishery sectors of the community.
Local business development, we organize mushroom production and mud crab culture. For mushroom production, we support for group, women group. Each group have been provide facility and initial capital investment. For mushroom production, we found that very successful, very successful. For the 4 group, we found one group get high profit. For mud crab culture, we start release small crab from 3rd February. Crab culture project have been supported by 2 parts. First, Japanese embassies finance on poundaging and some facility. For operational costs, SEAFDEC support.
Since established the mud crab project in community and more development and toward. After establishing community fishery and supporting from SEAFDEC, we found many improvements in terms of natural resources. We frequently patrolling to protect mangrove.
In addition, the local management body could also encourage the people to participate and develop activities that would strengthen the people's awareness on managing their resources.
For resource enhancement, we organize a mangrove plantation day. Right now, we have collected mangrove seed, and next month will be planned. And we will organize one day that invite local authority, fishery officer, school children, and other people come to plant mangrove. For the most important one, data collection. This is important because we want to see that when project start, how CPU is, how much. When the project finish, we can measure that the change CPU from the project start and completion of the project. We also record on fish card every day, and this data will be compiled and analyzed.
Capacity building parts, we have a number of seminars, we have a training course to improve their capacities. We are going to send the fishermen's group to hold a study tour to the community fisheries to observe any community development activity plus fisheries resources management activities in other part of the community, which made quite a good success.
There have been many progresses, for instance fishery resort in coastal area, and enhanced fishermen awareness on fishery law and the importance of fishery resources. However, the project provides training course on muskrat culture and mushroom cultivation and increase income for community members.
Better management of the coastal resources and community fisheries is fundamental to ensure long-term food and financial security for coastal communities now and in the future. The coastal communities can actually play a greater role in coastal resources management than previously practiced.
And when a project terminates, toward the end of the project, this project should be continued by their own hand. The final aim is not the government. Final aim is community fisheries themselves. They have to continue. That is why we emphasize through the operation financial capacity as well. Okay, human capacity or institutional capacity is one thing, but the financial capacity. That is why we made a lot of local business done by the community fisheries. So if they have money, community fisheries, they have money, they can operate a project. In such a way, project activity can be sustainably continued.
I see trees of green.
SEAFDEC has greatly contributed to the fisher's growing awareness on the need to secure the marine fishery resources for their livelihood by adopting sustainable utilization of the coastal resources and the need to protect the coastal habitats and biodiversity.
And clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night.